Okay, so I'm about to pull back the veil on two things that I hope are going to help your pressure washing business grow. The first is why customers want to do it themselves. And the second is a marketing hack that you can implement for these very same customers. So I hope this is going to be a fun video. I've actually been watching this guy, my neighbor, wash his driveway for at least the last 2 months. Every time I go by, this guy is out there pressure washing. At first, it just made me smile. Day after day, inch after inch, slowly cleaning. But then after weeks, it just kind of started to annoy me. Like, who the fuck has this kind of time, even if you're retired, to spend out there doing this? And then I asked myself, how poor are you that you can't afford to pay somebody a couple $100 to save you, in this particular case, weeks and weeks of your time being wasted? Clearly, that's not the scenario here. Money wasn't the issue. Regardless, lots of theories went through my mind, but I finally said, fuck it, and I stopped to talk to him. And like I said, stick around until the end, and I am going to show you a little marketing hack that will help you convert these type of people into customers for life. Hi. I've got a question. Okay, I've seen you pressure washing your driveway for like, I don't know, 3 months now, it seems like. And it's been a long time. You've got a decent sized driveway. My name is Mike. I live right over there. I own a pressure washing business. And so when I see like a homeowner that's, got his electric pressure washer, and I mean, this is, how many hours do you think you've been out here?
Oh, I don't know. It'd be hard to.
Yeah.
I've just been working on it off and on.
No, I know. And so just as a business owner, like I'm curious, would you ever hire somebody to do this?
Yeah, depending on the price. The thing that annoys me about it is this. I love this Sunjoe machine.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you in their advertising that they're set to run for 15 to 20 minutes only before the thermal switch cuts them off.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
And that's how come
you're out
in between inclement weather and
yeah.
dealing with that. Otherwise, I'd have knocked it out in a couple of days.
Right.
But
you're retired, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Happily retired.
I see that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be out here doing this. Okay, well, can I look at the machine?
Yeah.
Where did you get this? Like Amazon?
Home Depot.
Oh, really?
The thing is, if I prefer the electric power washers. I had a couple Hyundai power washers, and what would happen is, even though I drained the tank before we're only here half the year.
Yeah.
We have a home in Maine, so we go
nice.
half the year. I drain the tank, do everything you were supposed to do, leave the cap off so the rest of it would evaporate, and come back to carburetor. It was still fucked up.
Yeah.
So it was running over to the place there on Dean Forest
right.
once a year for $200 or
yeah.
something, So this thing, these are about 300, and it's okay, but that's, like I said, they don't tell you that limitation.
Right.
And that's the thing that really annoys me.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. I mean, you're doing a good job.
Yeah. I mean, what would we charge to walk there?
Actually, you know what I'd love to do?
Yeah.
I'd love to do it for you for free. I would. I'm going to send one of my guys over probably early next week. We'll do that. You've got some rust stains. We'll do a little rust removal for you too.
Okay.
And if you want, I'll have them finish this up for you too, so you don't have to mess with it.
Well, I'll continue it.
Every 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, I'm fertilizing the lawn.
Right.
I have to give the machine a rest.
Yeah.
Get out.
I like it.
Did the laundry,
Well, cool. All right.
And depending on your pricing and everything, I mean, I'm not opposed to just putting a contract.
Yeah. Hi.
Cool. I'm not opposed to just putting a contract.
Okay. Well, I'll send someone over if it doesn't really matter when. Like, no. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll have someone swing by. I'm Mike, by the way.
I'm Ralph Coburn.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Yeah.
Hi. I'm Mike.
Hi.
I'm your neighbor. I live right over there. But I've been watching your husband pressure wash for
watching my suffering
for months. It seems like my wife and I, we run and we bike, and every time I drive by, I was like, I need to stop and I own a pressure washing business, and so I wanted to know the thought process behind why someone would want to do it themselves as opposed to just hire somebody and get it done in a couple hours. But it's all good. But I appreciate it, and I'm going to send somebody over to take care of that for you.
All right, thanks.
See y'all. All right, so it's been a couple weeks since I met this gentleman, and as you can see, he's gotten the entire driveway done. And you can tell that he didn't do any kind of pre-treatment. It looks really good, but you can still see a lot of those wand marks. And so it is what it is. I mean, he spent a lot of time out here, probably a month maybe, but I told him that we were going to do these sidewalks for him, and we're going to do a little rust removal, we're going to do a little surface cleaning, we're going to do a little pressure washing. But you can see over here he got started and stopped. So Mac is over there, he's getting that knocked out for my neighbor. He's going to do a little pressure washing, a little surface cleaning, a little rust removal. And as he's doing that, I drove over to a big box store, and I am going to let you guys in on a little secret that kind of ties into exactly what we just listened to and what we heard this gentleman talk about. And that is when people decide they're going to do it themselves, and then people decide, God damn, this is a pain in the ass. I've been out here for 3 months and my shit keeps going out because it's got a thermal activated Huma jammer dinger bat. And long story short, I'm going to give you a little tip that you can do that will increase your sales, and it's just a little fun. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so obviously I'm over here at Lowe's, but you can do this at Home Depot, you can do it at Walmart, you can do it at Ace Hardware, anywhere where they have got stuff for sale for the lawn care, pressure washing, whatever the case is. And what made me think about this was I was looking for something on the Tractor Supply website, and it showed trending searches, and trending searches was pressure washer. That was number one. So I went to Lowe's, same thing, trending search, pressure washing. And that made me think of a great way to kind of capitalize on homeowners that want to do it themselves, but decide they don't want to do it themselves. So let's go. All right, so here we are. This is just probably the first section, but it's, everything you need. Little electric pressure washer, probably very similar to what that guy had. You got all your stuff. I'll bet you they've got some bullshit chemicals that are gonna be there, but all you really need to do for this marketing hack is have one of your business cards, and then what you need to do is look for a slot or an opening in one of these boxes, just like this. And so what this is going to do is when this homeowner opens up their pressure washer, they're going to see that card, and hopefully they're going to keep it. And then they're going to get tired of doing all this bullshit with this little 2100 PSI, 1.2 gallon per minute machine, and they're going to call the pros. That's cool. Here we go. Couple more. Heck, you can even do it over here. Look, you've got these little surface cleaners. Boom. And this is a classic. That's what you need. Well, this sucks. They've got all these locked up. And so that, my friends, is one easy marketing hack that you can implement in your own business at your local big box store. Saw you finished.
Well, I thought you forgot.
No, I didn't. No, we've been so busy this time of year, but finally got some free time. So he's gonna do all the pressure washing, do a little rust removal for you, and knock it out.
Now, okay, so for future years, what would I be looking at in terms of cost just to do the walk and the drive here?
Our minimum price is $225. So and this is not a small driveway, so that's probably what we would do.
Oh, that's reasonable.
Yeah. The other thing that I would suggest is, as you can see all your wand marks.
Yeah. I know. I from year to year, I'm going in the opposite direction.
Right. And so, or you're not killing any of like the organics, because that's what you're cleaning actually. But what we can do is we can spray it with our solution, which will kill anything, and it'll look way better than it does right now too. And I'll have to do that for you as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm getting tired of dealing with it.
I hear you. Yeah, especially with that thing cutting off every 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, the other day I started over there.
I saw it.
It gave me about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
hear you.
5 maybe.
Well,
I don't know what's wrong with their equipment.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll take care of it for you, but we appreciate you, man. Okay, so we learned a couple pretty important things here. This gentleman has told us his pain points, and these are the things that we can capitalize on when we do hear from customers that maybe the price is too high or they're just going to do it themselves. So, one of the first things that he told us was he had gas pressure washers in the past, a couple of them no less, and because he was only using them once or twice a year, he ended up paying about $200 every time he wanted to use it to have it serviced to get it back to running because even if he did drain the fuel, the carb still got gummed up and that causes issues. So he'd have to take it up to a place and they would have to fix it. He'd pay him $200. The second thing he mentioned was even with his preferred choice of electric pressure washer that he said he loved at the very beginning, well, this particular piece of electric shit has a thermal switch that only allowed him to work in 15-minute increments. And that is probably the most inefficient thing I've ever heard, even for a homeowner, because we know how much you can get done with a 1.2 gallon per minute machine. And if you're only able to work in 15 or 10-minute increments, you are not getting a whole lot done. And then his wife comes up. Clearly, they had discussions about the cleaning of the driveway in the past because when I mentioned that I've been watching him for weeks, they both started laughing, maybe a little uncomfortably. But the one thing that he did say that stood out was he's been watching my suffering. So, admittedly, this is not something that he enjoys.
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that.
I want to.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
This is not something that he is doing because it gives him a pride of ownership of his property. Maybe he's a little bored, right? He is retired. I don't think it's a money issue. He said they've got two houses and they split their time between both. They live in a nice neighborhood. This is probably a $600,000-$700,000 house. But you also saw how quickly he jumped on the offer of me doing the sidewalks. But I think he did that because I think he bit off more than he could chew. Maybe it's a pride thing that he didn't want to hire somebody to finish the job that he started. But again, just a fun little video with hopefully a couple takeaways that you can use when you're talking to people that just want to do it themselves. And if you're interested in starting a pressure washing business, do not forget to check out How to Wash. There is a link in the comment section and the description below. And obviously, check out Quote IQ at myquoteiq.com. You can get your first month of any tier for $1. And thanks for watching.